Hey guys, it's Wendy here with Wendy's Plans, and today I am doing a journaling video that was requested. Um, so I'm pretty much going to show you how I use my Canon Ivy, and I may have to add some zinc paper to it. So I'm going to show you a little trick. I saw somebody else do this on YouTube, and it was a great suggestion. So guys, stick around. Alrighty, guys. So, last week, I'm gonna slide this out of the way. This is my travel journal, and let me zoom you out just a little bit. Whoops. I want to make y'all sick running it in and out. There we go. So, when I travel, I like to put photos in here, and like this is two separate photos on one. Usually I cut them in two. This one I just like the way it looked not being cut in two. This one is one picture that I cut in half. And so one of my, and like this one is one that I cut in half. There's so many things that you can do with this, and like this is three that I cut from one photo. So there's a lot you can do with these little hand printers. So a subscriber asked for me to kind of give a little rundown on how I do this. So let me log in. So when you buy your Canon Ivy, it gives you the information. It tells you to download this. It's on here. It's called a mini print. So when you log into this, this is for the Ivy, Canon Ivy printer. And so there's several things that you can do. If you just want to print a photo, you just go, guys, this is like tons of photos. I didn't pick any ahead of time. Let's just look at this one. So if I just pick a photo and go here, I'm going to print it. It's going to print this photo out as a regular photo. So what I normally do is you have to push and hold, and then your printer's ready. I always set my print. I don't know why. You don't have to do this. I set mine on top of it, and then it connects quickly. And then it's getting ready to print. Okay, so you hit the printer and it says, I think I'm out of photos. No, I've got enough in there. It gives me a warning sometimes it does not, and I'm going to show you why. But we're going to print this first, and I'm going to show you the different ways that you can print. I will say I have had other brands. This is the easiest I have found, the Canon Ivy. The app for it, to me, is easier than any of the others. Like with Polaroid, I had to download like another app with the app for the printer to be able to do all of this, all the same things. Now, they may have changed it for the Polaroid because I have not used the Polaroid in a couple years. So things change all the time. And so then you can see the print coming out. And this prints on zinc sticker paper, which makes it so much easier when you're like traveling, you're in a hotel, wherever you are, and you're printing out a photo and you want to stick it into your journal. You don't have to glue, you don't have to tape, you don't have to do anything, just peel the back off and it goes. Okay, so there is my photo. Okay, now I'm going to arrow back. We're going to come back to here. if you do one print, you're going to go to photo album. Let's say you want to do a collage. So you're going to go here. Now these are your templates. So you have a ton of templates. I will caution that this is the size of your print. So if you, for example, select this one where you have 4 and then 4 across the bottom, you're looking at a third of this piece of this. I'm getting my ruler. If you'll bear with me just a second. So if we measure this, this is 3 inches. So each one of these are going to be an inch. So you're going to get 4 that are an inch this way, but going this way, you're less than 2 inches. So it's not even going to be a half inch for each one of them. So this looks huge, but they're really not. So I caution you, if you want really small prints, you can do these. I tend to stay, I'm going to show you where I usually go. Guys, you do you. I will do this one, the top one, which is half and half. So it's going to be, what, 1.5 inches for each one. So you're going to be 1.5 inches deep. Sometimes I will do this split like this if I'm doing a picture that can go horizontal. I have done this where I get a bigger picture and then a smaller one. I have done the thirds. That is how I did this one here. I did the thirds. And I just turned my print. When you go in, like if you want to add a print, so I did all these 3. So I'm going to do 3 in this collage. So I hit the check mark, but I can go in here and I can rotate and see how it turned it. Then I can, let me turn it this way. I'm going to set the printer out of the way. So I can rotate it any way I want. We're going to go back to in the center right here, and it will lock. You know how it'll snap lock, but then you can, we'll have to, I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Okay. Now, I'm going to rotate this one. Okay, right there. So I like the way, and I just play with it until I get it to look the way I want it to look. I think I brought one of the other, it's a very similar photo. And so you can, let's see. Once you have done all your rotating and all of that, you can replace this any way you want. You can move it and then you're done. So here I can slide it over and get exactly the photo that I want. I hope it's showing up, guys, so you can see it. And then here, same thing. Whoops. Let's put a different picture in here since I Okay, so we're going to rotate it. There we go. And then here I can I keep holding it down, and that's the problem. There we go. So I kind of want the asparagus, centered. Once I have it and I'm ready to go, I've got all three of them. Let's go in here and print it. I let it sit too long. Okay, there we go. It's very user friendly. Um, but once you start working with it some, you will see. And guys, when I cut them, I just grab a pair of regular scissors, and that's the way I cut them. I'm going to show you some other options that you have too. For me, this is a must have when I leave. It's one of the first things I pack when I start packing my tech stuff, like my cameras and my iPad or whatever. And I'm going to tell you guys, my Boston trip, I did not pack my iPad. I don't know why I made the decision that I did not need to take my iPad with me. Guys, not again. I will not go without my iPad. So when this prints, I'm going to show you what you can do. Now, this is also how I print out my books when I'm doing my book, which I have not kept up with, and I'm going to be honest and tell you I haven't kept up with it. But when I print out, I've got some in here that need to be put in, and I will show you like these. I use the same one and I do it into quarters. Okay, so here we go. You can see the line when you go to cut them. You can see where they need to be cut. I mean, it's very obvious. And then you just peel the back off, and there you have three separate photos, and you're saving money because you've only used one print. So another thing you can do is, let's see, like there's also a pre-cut sticker. What I like is you can do, okay, there's another. So I want to do a food one, okay? So here we go. I can put, this is the pancakes I had the other day. This is the chicken piccata that I had in Boston. And if I have this pre-cut sticker paper I wanted to print this on, I can print it that way. I don't. And it's just going to look like circles on, yeah. So there's no point in printing that. So I'm not going to. Let me go back to here. So there are filters. Guys, I've never used the filters. Interesting. Kind of like the idea of doing black and white photos sometimes. Let's see what this one looks like in black and white. Oop. Kind of like that actually. Anyway, so that's one option you can do. Let's see. There are different layouts that you can print on. I have never done these. There is, you can do, let me see. I want to do one that is Oh, and how I can find it. Let's do um I thought it was in my camera roll. I am, but I'm in the app. So let's see. I'm looking for me and Christopher and Emma. Do one of that one. Here's one with Christopher and my mom. Which one do I want to use? Let's use that one. And then I know I've got one of me and Christopher. Guys, I just need to pick one because let's do this one. There we go. So then you've got this, and it kind of looks like this one. I need my mom is so short. There we go. Let's don't cut Emma's head off either. Let's see. Maybe it is. But there you go. And then let's print this one. Let's see how this one does. I know it's a good feature that cuts off really quickly because it saves your battery. Come on. I don't give the battery time to connect before I start clicking, guys. I'm sorry. But the app is very friendly. If when you give it permission to access your photos, which you're going to have to be able to put the photos in there, um, it's really just hitting the plus, adding a photo, and playing around with it to get it to look the way you want. Again, I don't want to make them so small I can't see them. So that is one of the considerations that you need to keep in mind when you are selecting your prints. There you go. It's hard to see it with this ring light, so there you go. Um, let's see some more options. You can, I haven't looked, okay, so you can do labels. I don't do labels. Again, you pre-cut stickers. The other thing that I like to do is I'll do it half and half this way, half and half this way. Really, these two are the same as far as I'm concerned, because instead of putting it at the top, I can put it at the bottom. If you have a photo that you want, like I did when I was in Boston, and I did my hotel room. Okay. Okay, so here is, let's do this one. we'll do that one and this one. So when you start playing with them, you can really tell that the sizing, that there's not a whole lot you can do to make them fit. So you just have to play around with it. If I'm gonna do like my hotel room, I'm gonna do half and half. I have not tried any of these. I think if I used it, I would use these. Let's try. I want to I'm sure there's probably an easier way to do them. I don't know how to. I think I want 1, 2, and 3. So this way I could show the whole room, and to me that looks really good. So I could go up here and print this one. Now, the trick with this is this zinc paper. If you'll look, this one says Polaroid because I used to have a Polaroid. And when I buy these, I tend to go on Amazon and buy them. And I will buy, they come in packs of 10. So there's 10 photos in here. And I tend to buy a box of either 50. Sometimes I buy more if I know I'm fixing to leave to go on vacation. I will throw several of these in my little case that I keep my printer in. Okay, so I can cut these into different areas, different photos, or I can leave it all as one. So if you are going to leave it all as one, you may have a specific way you want the photos on here. But if you don't, then it's not going to really matter which one of these you pick if you're going to cut them into separate photos. Now, I am going to show you the trick that I did not figure this out on my own. Is your top of your printer opens up and oh, perfect. This is where your printer paper is going. Now, this is Polaroid. This is a Canon. It is not, each pack comes with a blue card like this. The Polaroid blue card is not going to read in the Canon. So when you get your Canon printer, it's going to come with a pack of paper in it. Save the blue card, okay? Because you're going to put that in first. You want to be careful when you open this. Usually it just rips. I always open it up so it goes this way, so I can hold onto it without putting my hands on the print, on the photo paper. Your photo paper goes up. This goes this way. And now when I print a photo, it'll throw out my blue sheet. I'm going to throw the Polaroid one away. I always keep the Canon, and it's going to read it for the Canon printer. So if I can get I had a lot of packs of the Polaroid because I still have this one. I just don't use it as much. I don't know. I really just didn't like this one as good as I like the Canon. But I had bought a lot of the Polaroid packs of zinc. And so I didn't want to have to buy a whole lot of, yeah, I know my battery's dying. I didn't want to buy a whole lot more and this just sit and not get used. So it has scanned it and it says we're good to go. It tells what the printer paper is, and now it's going to print out my photo. So if you can find it on sale, one versus the other, always remember if you've got a blue card from your actual printer, a pack of printer sticker paper that matches your printer. If you keep the sticker, then you can always just use one versus the other. I have found it on sale and bought the other. Guys, it's 6 1/2 dozen of the other. But that's the way I use my printer. There's no right or wrong way to use it. Oh, that's an IV2. I don't know what the difference is. Interesting. I don't go through Canon. I don't go through anybody else. I just go through Amazon, honestly, and get my sticker paper. So, guys, I don't know what else to share with you. All I know is this is what I used to have to do is go and pick collage. No. This is not it. That was for something else. I used to have another app on here that I would have to go in and use to use the Polaroid, and I'm sure they've updated their app, but to me the Ivy, their app, everything is so easy. It is really get the product out of the package, charge it, load the sticker paper in it, go to the app, and it is super user friendly. So guys, if you want to be able to put photos in your traveler's notebooks or your planners or whatever, these are perfect. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. Throw me a camera down in there if you got this far. Tell me hello. I'd love to see it. But guys, until next time, bye-bye.